Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Zebra. I'm Rajnish Gupta from Zebra Technologies India, and we're delighted to introduce a very special guest on our show today. And that's none other than Anil Shankar. Anil is an experienced IT leader with diverse experience in customer facing businesses for close to 3 decades. He started his career in the hospitality industry with Sterling Holiday Resorts, India's premier holiday timeshare company. Anil moved to retail business in the early 2000s, just when organized retail was gaining momentum in India. Anil spent over 23 years with India's number one departmental store chain called Shoppers Stop, a very familiar name in Indian households. As the CIO at Shoppers Stop, he led the digital transformation journey towards omnichannel business and has experienced the challenges of a transformation up close. He recently moved to set up his own advisory firm called Adroit Intellect. Welcome, Anil. Thanks for taking out time and sharing your insights with us today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me here. And it's a great pleasure and a great privilege for me to be on this forum and looking forward to this interaction.
Anil, jumping to the first questions. One of the problems faced by retailers is that shoppers tend to walk out of their stores when there's an out of stock situation. What kind of technology can retailers introduce to help them overcome this challenge?
Yeah, so the role of the physical store has evolved over time. Besides delivering the needs of the walk-in customers who are coming into the store, there is also this added responsibility on the store to cater to localized fulfillment for online customers. And there could be real stock out situations where the replenishment has to kick in. And also there is a possibility that because stores are large and the inventories could get scattered. It could be lying in somebody's shopping basket, or it could be lying in some trial room. It could be lying in some of the return counters. So making it inaccessible for in-store customers as well as online fulfillment is a real possibility that could be there. And it's actually more acute for larger format stores. So most of the customers would have a replenishment system to avoid stockouts, and that would be the ability for them to conduct some sort of a kind of ensuring that there is sufficient stocks that are available. But it's also imperative that they are wanting to have a real stock check kind of a process wherein they are constantly checking the physical stock that is available against the system stock. And that's where I think the technology involvement again comes in the hands of the states where they have to have some sort of a handheld terminals where they can do stock checks on a continuous basis. And I think some of the progressive retailers obviously have progressed onto having RFID tags on their merchandise so that it's much easier, much faster, and much more efficient to get a visibility onto what is happening with the in-store inventory. So technology is definitely helping in it in this manner.
Interesting insights, Anil. Another key point seems to be the long queues at checkout counters in the stores. How can retailers improve the situation, especially with the help of technology?
This is a very, very classic problem that most retailers are familiar with. Shoppers want to spend a lot of time doing browsing within the store, looking for merchandise, but they would not prefer to stand in long queues, irrespective of how great is the product or how great is the offer that is being given to them. So today, the checkout solutions have evolved over time and are available for considerations beyond the traditional fixed point of sale machines. I think there are a lot of other solutions that are available. Many retail stores have today moved on to kind of mobile POS solutions, which acts as a queue busting solution as well as something which can help the customer to get billed out over the counter instantly as they decide to buy a product. So the shoppers really doesn't have to stand in the queue, and that's where it adds a lot of value. Additionally, I think many of the retailers have experimented with self-checkout systems, and it's largely very popular in grocery retailing. And also, I think now progressively retailers are now experimenting with solutions like Scan and Go, where uh, the customer and I think it has also changed in a way that the early deployments of these kind of solutions used to be where a customer is assigned a device when he comes into the store and he has to carry it around. And when he's done with the shopping again, he has to return the device. I think it has matured a lot. Now it's a matter of having an app, a simple app on the customer's device, and he can himself do the scan and then check out with the help of a smartphone that he anyway carries. And it also allows a better engagement wherein there are other things around promotions, offers, content information around the products that he's selecting can also be disseminated while the shopping experience happens. So uh, these are things which are obviously changing a lot. And what has also really helped is the rise in contactless payment options, which is where some of these are even more becoming seamless from a customer experience standpoint, that they're able to scan, check out themselves, pay by the mode that is more convenient to them, and keep it very, very seamless.
Customer assistance and product information often play a key role in guiding shoppers along their purchasing path. Unfortunately, neither help nor expertise is always readily available due to high turnover and labor costs at the stores. How can technology assist store associates in providing legitimate advice to shoppers and sway them into making a purchase?
This is really a growing problem for retail across the board. I think whether it is small, large, any kind of retailers, any kind of format, the problem of high attrition, reducing average tenure of associate in the store, the high cost of training, all of these are huge challenges. Also, the way the consumers shop today has fundamentally changed. They are far more savvy. They come much prepared to shop. They already have a lot of information that they have researched, or they have a smartphone in their hand. So they have information on their fingertips, whether it is comparing prices, whether it is comparing features, they can do it all by themselves very quickly. But when they're looking for information from the associates, they are looking for advanced information. They're looking for even more mature conversation to happen. So it's important and essential that the store associates are equipped with something which they're able to match the expectations and also are able to provide the kind of information and also influence the buying decision more importantly. So in the past, from my experience, I can relate that I used to see, of course, this is quite some time back, maybe a decade or plus or longer, when technology didn't exist. And I used to see and notice that store associates would keep a pocket diary or pocket notebook in which they'll track the preferences of their regular customers. So they used to recognize um, when the customer comes back the next time, and through their notes, they used to either recommend something or they used to offer them some kind of experience, which was at that point of time was something which is of a differentiate. That was their way of managing the knowledge base and kind of giving a better experience. But in today's day, I think there are a lot more options available for the retailers, and particularly to ensure that there is a lot of backend systems that are there and data is kind of available readily, and associates are equipped with a handheld to access this information on the fly when they are interacting, and uh, to understand what are the preferences of the customer they are interacting with, and also probably talk about what are the offers that are currently ongoing. And so they are this kind of a opportunity for the retailers to equip their associates with a better technology or a device in their hands, which can add to a much more better interaction and also a better experience for the customers as they uh, come into the stores.
Anil, jumping to the next question, how crucial is it for store associates to maintain instant communication amongst themselves? Do you feel it is an important ingredient to have when it comes to improving shopper experience? If yes, how can this be achieved?
So in the past, the store associates had a very segregated responsibility, and they were focused on selling to customers who used to come into their section within the store. So they were kind of cordoned off, or to say that okay, they will sell in a particular section in the store. That's how they used to operate. But I think retail has evolved a lot. I think today it's needless to say that the customer comes with a variety of, particularly when they're shopping in a large store, they come with a variety of expectations. And the associates need to be well connected to respond to any kind of queries or request the customer may bring up. The customer could be having a query on a missing size or something that he had in mind what he wants to check, but it is not there on the shelf. Or he could be having a query in terms of the order that he had placed online and he wants to know some where is the status of it, delivery status of it, or something around the loyalty point that he has earned in the past, whether he can redeem or some promotion on a product that he is interested to buy, or any of those kind of queries. And it could be across the product line, across any category of product line that he or she as a customer may have. So this implies that the store associate should have the ability to communicate on the go. It cannot be that he will leave the customer on the floor and try to go to the back office or go to some other colleague and tries to find out some information. That's not a very seamless experience for the customer. So he should be able to connect instantaneously, whether it is to a colleague within the store or whether it is to a colleague within the warehouse or to a central office where some information is lying, and being able to have a better interaction with the customer who is standing in front of you. And also, I think what has happened over time is with the kind of technology that we have seen changes. Now, um, I think um, most of the retailers, while would not prefer to have their associates carry a mobile device, private mobile, a personal mobile device, but increasingly you would find saying that they are given devices which have features like push to talk, so that uh, makes it easier for the associates to kind of have a conversation on the fly when they want. But it is all related to the business, it is all related to customers, it's all related to productivity enhancement within the store.
Anil, how crucial is it for retailers to have good fulfillment capabilities? And how can that be achieved?
So in modern retail, an efficient fulfillment capability is extremely crucial, and it could be the key differentiator factor for delivering a delightful customer experience. And it could also mean that there are other benefits like decreased shipping costs, since you are able to ship from a nearest store for online orders, and thereby increasing the delivery speed and reducing the shipping cost. And also, there are other benefits in terms of being able to liquidate stocks from the non-moving inventory where it is sitting within your chain, and thereby avoiding the need for any kind of early markdowns and keeping higher margins to that extent. So invariably, I think the store features somewhere in a pivotal basis in terms of agile fulfillment strategy for the retailers. And particularly going by the current trend wherein the customer expectations are growing in terms of the same day delivery expectations, or in terms of they're demanding a free shipping kind of a model or a free returns kind of expectation. So all of this together, if you look at it, I think a store probably sits in a way that it can deliver better experience in terms of fulfillment.
Do you agree that it has become important for physical stores to offer an omnichannel experience to stay competitive? And what kind of technology will retailers need to achieve that?
Today's consumers do not think or shop by channel, and I believe their behavior is already omni-channel, and they wish to switch channels as per their convenience. However, for the retail side, when you look at it, they are probably undertaking this journey from being offline to online and then on coming to omnichannel. And for such retailers, the store would continue to be the center stage for delivering the best experience, combining the digital touch points for the customers. The customers are more comfortable uh, in a way to browse and shortlist products on their mobile phones, smartphones, or desktop, wherever they are probably comfortably situated, probably home or office. But when they come into the store to make the final purchase, I think that's where it becomes important um, to provide a kind of continued and connected journey. And in my view, this requires a complete revisiting of the customer journey map, bringing together all the customer touch points, both physical as well as digital. And that is where a best experience could be delivered. And also, I think in terms of technology, it probably encompasses both direct customer facing technologies like your point of sale, the web solutions, the CRM solution, the loyalty solution, all of these kind of technology that the retailers are familiar with. And also from a backend standpoint, the kind of warehouse management, the order management solutions, all of that. And that is it is bridging all of this in store and making it seamless is where the success of omnichannel remains.
Anil, a lot of retailers and businesses are embarking on the digital transformation journey. How do you measure success?
We discussed a bit about retailers' journey from physical store business to omnichannel, and that is what has put probably most retailers on the path of digital transformation. And honestly, to me, uh, this is a this is a completely customer-driven phenomenon, and the retailers are playing the catch-up game here to meet the ever-increasing demands and the expectations of the customers. And to that extent, the outcome of the transformation is could be best measured by means of the improved customer experience. And there has to be a measure to see how it can be tracked, whether it is through CSATs, through NPS, or variety of different things. Also, let's not forget the importance of the user experience of the internal users. So while there is a lot that is being spoken about in terms of customer experience, it's also important to kind of ensure that all these changes that are happening as part of transformation journeys has to make a difference to the internal associates, because it's kind of a well acknowledged um, fact that a better associate experience contributes a long way to achieving improved customer experience. So to me, two clear formulas that I believe in. One, digital transformation equals to uh, customer experience. And another is that employee experience or associate experience also equals to customer experience.
Anil, thank you so much for those interesting insights. And thanks for being on our show today. I hope to meet you in person in the near future. Till then, wishing you all the best. Cheers.
Hey, cheers. I think this is wonderful to have this conversation. And as I said, it's my privilege and a great pleasure to be on this forum. So thank you so much. And thanks for having me.